Name's Tyler Brumfield.
My name is Joshua Green, and this is our review of Silent Hill Revelations 3D.
So, we've just gotten done seeing Silent Hill Revelations 3D. Silent Hill is a big part of inspiration and I guess one of my little fandoms, as you would call it. And being a horror writer and doing the horror story with the NOVEM artist here, figured we would do a little impromptu review now that we're enjoying some Mama Hawaiian barbecue, which is delicious, by the way. So, most of you know, Silent Hill is a video game franchise. Started up however long ago it started up. And since then, it's been a common theme to do movies based off of video games. Now, I'm very lenient, I find, and am able to separate video games and the book from the actual movie and not let them necessarily impede on one another. But I am going to reference a lot to the very first film for Silent Hill. I'm going to reference the first Silent Hill film, which came out in 2006, I think it was.
It was a while ago. It was a long time ago.
Yeah. So, first film did a lot of things right. The atmosphere, the vibe of the film, the art impression of it was really good. The creature designs were phenomenal. The music was great because they had Akira Yamaoka involved in it. And he did all the music for all the Silent Hills up until Downpour. And it was great in that. There were a lot of plot holes. The movie kind of drug on quite a bit, and the acting was pretty shallow in some parts. But aside from that, decent movie. Silent Hill Revelations picks up from there. Different director, different writer, a lot of different things. Same people who did the creature development and creature design. That was one of the areas that the movie did shine in. A lot of good creature elements, creature designs. The mannequin spider was pretty well done. It could have
Which, by the way, if you pay attention to when it first shows up, like it gets on top of another mannequin and like ropes its chest.
Yeah, really a little sexual assault.
It's got some romance.
Yeah, which is sad because that mannequin spider had more romance for its little mannequin doll
than the two protagonists.
Yeah. Anyway, so we've got the film. A couple things they did right, like I said, the creature design, the setup, and all that. The movie had a lot lower budget than what the first film had, which is
surprising. It looked really good though for the lower budget, like visually.
Oh yeah, really... don't get me wrong. I feel like they milked every buck. Like I don't feel like they skimped, but it was just one of those. The pool was just not bigger to pull from, which is unfortunate. But a lot of the things they failed on, with it being a horror movie, and especially a rated R horror movie, I feel like, and you mentioned this earlier, the only reason it even got an R rating because there was some titties in it.
There's a pair of breasts, and let's be real, let's just call them what they are. They're titties. There's a pair of titties in the film, and that's it. Like there's literally, they drop the F-bomb once, and I think like a mannequin gets its neck broke.
Oh, and
that's like the most brutal.
Pyramid Head cuts off the arms of the things. You see the guy's fingers get cut off, and then there's the whole fight scene at the end. But none of that I felt warranted the R rating because for it being a Silent Hill game or movie based off of that franchise, there's really not a whole lot of blood in the film at any point. Like not a lot of gore. And when you come from the first film where, let's be real, there was a barbed wire rape scene.
I mean, I've seen enough hentai to know where this is going.
And nothing in this movie compares to that brazen,
in your face, this is messed up.
None of it. Like, it just doesn't encroach on it. Like, it just kind of gives you that streamline, like, really easy walk through. All the deaths in the film, and there's about 5 or 6 of them, absolutely off camera. In the shadows, you don't see it. Which was really sad. Like, spider monster kills this woman who took a wrong turn and ends up there, and then dies within a minute of her showing. It felt like they just added her in so she could die.
You saw her like hanging there, and you knew it's like that's a character she's not going to have anything to do with the plot. She's not adding anything to the movie. She's there to die later on, off screen somewhere. Which, in about 2 minutes of her showing up, she does.
Yeah, and it's sad. And another thing is, I understand why they did this, but they wanted the film to be standalone, which we talked about. They wanted you to be able to see this film, having never seen the first film, and get it. But all of the character interactions and all of the dialogue was literally them trying to flash back and tell the entire story.
Every person that fake Carey Mulligan runs into just has this like disease, this neurotic episode where they have to just regurgitate and like start relaying all of this information that's harking back to the original film or to the predicament that she's currently in. It's like everything is given to you without you even asking for it, without there really being any cause or reason.
The music was really good on it. Again, Akira Yamaoka came back for the film, so the music and the sound design was actually really good. It was atmospheric, which is all, Silent Hill. I liked how they really emphasized on this girl, Heather Sharon, fake Carey Mulligan.
Whatever her name is, I don't even remember.
Yeah, she had so many names in this film, and they called her back and forth. We didn't get any continuity there. But she is the good, innocent part of Alessa. And then Alessa's there, and they really emphasized how her coming back to Silent Hill was changing Silent Hill. Things were getting
that was good.
Darker. I like that. Her emotion, her distress was really affecting the world and kind of making it come to, like, you really felt like she was a part of Alessa. And then at the end, as we get closer, her and Alessa combine into one being again, which...
With this really awkward, scissoring hug thing, I don't know what you want to call it. That may have gotten it the R rating. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah. But it was just...
Fake Carey Mulligan scissoring fake Carey Mulligan.
Yeah. And that was another thing, like, a lesser version of Carey Mulligan...
Was just like Mall-Goth Hot Topic.
Yeah, it looked straight up Mall-Goth. That was exactly it. Like, the little creepy girl should have just kept her, but they grew up, and it was like they threw ink in her hair and then painted her face.
I mean,
she looked out of something out of a Norwegian death metal band. Maybe some of the girls I dated in high school. Ass. What are you doing? I do want to highlight, again, the fight scene with Pyramid Head. Or was it Godzilla and Mothra?
There's a Godzilla Mothra fight scene at the end with Carrie and Moss and Cloud Strife.
And it was decent. I was like, okay,
it was really short. Regret. It's like, this is supposed to be like the...
It was like Zach narrated the fight scene.
What?
Anyway, but so it was really short, but it was cool that they had that. And then at the very end, the fact that they had basically the homage to Travis Grady from Silent Hill Origins was really, really cool. As soon as I saw the semi, I knew it.
The intro into Downpour.
Yeah, the prison transport at the end going in was basically a setup for a possible sequel if this movie does good enough.
After like an hour and a half, the funny thing is, like, the ending, after like realizing like you have this Grady character from the original film, and then on top of that you have...
Well, Grady's not from the original film.
Or not the original film, I mean the original game. And then the intro and the segue into a Silent Hill Downpour, a possible sequel. That's like the only thing that was really interesting about that film.
Yeah.
And I mean, the 3D in it was absolutely horrific for a film that they actually filmed in 3D.
Regardless of the fact that they messed up the 3D film for the first 10-15 minutes of the movie,
which is not Silent Hill's Century 20 Park Place.
Get your shit together.
Yeah, please. If you're gonna Bay 12, please. It was. They should have had the alien abduction, like as with all typical Silent Hill video games. Like, you need to have. I honestly was hoping for that. That would have made it worth $13.
Did you catch the mannequin spider where it opens its head and then the little pharyngeal jaw comes out? I was like, oh my god. Thank you for the homage and ode to Aliens. Anyway, I don't know if there's a whole lot more I can touch on the film right now. If I had to give it a...
Like, let's look at like a 1 out of 10. Tyler Brumfield, 1 out of 10.
5.
So she wouldn't even register on your radar.
No.
Like, if Silent Hill Revelation was a woman and was placed right in front of you, would
It'd
you
be a
see
1. But everything below a 7 is
it? Yeah.
Definitely would not warrant a second glance.
I personally wouldn't, like, you're really, like, giving it more credit than it deserves. I'd probably say it's like a 3. Like, I want my money back. It was terrible. I enjoyed Shark Night 3D more than Silent Hill Revelation 3D.
Oh my god. That is pretty bad.
And now for a Faux Bell Minute.
So, my take. I like the movie. Then again, I never played any of the games. Never done any of that sort of thing. So, go see it.
What did you like about it?
I don't know. It's a good movie, man. Do you have to pick one specific thing? Exactly.
What was your favorite part?
Didn't have a favorite part.
You didn't have a favorite part, but you liked it, and you would recommend other people to see it.
Yeah.
That's kind of backwards, Brandon.
This is America. Alright. And in America, I can give any sort of opinion I want. So if I tell people to go see this movie, they should go see this movie.
Do
shoot it at mamas. And if you don't, I'll break your damn arms.
Evil Robo Productions endorses Mama's Hawaiian Barbecue.
That we do. We absolutely do.